All right, welcome to practice, everyone. As always, just take a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat. What can we learn on this day? Who can tell? Let's just see what happens. Take a moment to just allow yourself to just come into your body. Notice how it feels, any bits of tightness or tension. Just give yourself all the time it needs to arrive into the practice. Today we're going to do a metal element practice. So on our Saturdays, we're learning about the 5 elements of Chinese medicine. And the best way you can think about the 5 element theory is it's just like a framework to understand your body, yourself, how you exist within the environment around you. And in all of Taoism, in all of Qigong, basically it's built on this idea that if we work in with nature, if we live in the way that nature does, then we'll be healthy and the whole world will be in balance or moving towards balance, health, harmony, well-being, ease, whatever words you like to use for it. So all you have to do is learn these 5 elements and you just tinker with your own body, your own spirit, your own emotions and thoughts and state throughout the day, throughout the year. So different forms for different seasons, different forms for different feelings in the body, and just 5 elements, so very simple. So today's metal element is our lung and large intestine meridians. So we'll be working a lot with shoulders and chest opening, and a lot with our breath, just to do with our lungs. And it's also connected with our immune system, our ability to fight off things that might make us move towards illness. So let's just start, as we always do, in our breath. Just bring attention to your breath. And without trying to change your breath, you might just notice where it is in the body. Is it high in the throat or deep in the belly? You might start to follow a breath, just one breath at a time. Just noticing whether it's fast or slow. Whether the breath feels calm or a little scattered. Every day is unique. And in lockdown, sometimes it can feel like days are the same, but we all know that every day has its moments. This day has never happened before. Everything we've done, everything we've learned has brought us to this moment. Right, we'll take our arms down by the side. Breathing in, we invite in new learning, new energy, lifting the arms up. And then turning the palms, we let go. We soften, we relax. Inhaling, lifting up. And sighing out. One more time. Just bring the hands to the body, one hand on the chest, one on the lower belly. Focus on your breath. We're going to start today's practice with a box breath, that simple idea of a 4-sided breath, an inhale, a pause, an exhale, and then another pause. So not so much holding your breath, just feeling like you're waiting for the next breath to come, or just pausing at the top of the breath, just bringing your attention to this idea of space. So let's take a breath in together. Pause at the top of the breath. And then sigh out. And then just wait for the next breath to come. When it does, we inhale. Pause at the top of the breath. Sigh out. And then wait for the next breath. So just find your own breath pattern. Allowing shoulders to be heavy, and you might just scan through the face, noticing any points where your cheeks or your eyes, your jaw is tight. What else can I soften, let go, relax? My favorite Taoist story of the metal element is the one of the shadows and footsteps. The person who decides that the answer to all their problems is to escape their shadow, escape their footsteps. And so they start to walk, look over their shoulder, footsteps still there, shadows still there. So they decide, well, that didn't work, I better start speeding up, I better start running. So they run a little faster, faster again, fastest they've ever run, keep looking back. Footsteps are still behind them, shadow is still there. So they keep running faster and faster and faster until they fall down dead. And of course, if they had just sat under the tree, waited, been patient, no shadow, no footsteps. So often we think we need to escape things or leave things or achieve things, find things. Maybe all we need to do is be still. It's an amazing writer by the name of Viktor Frankl. In his book, he says, between stimulus and response, every action and reaction, there is a space. And in that space lies our power to choose our response. And in that choice, in that response, lies our growth and our freedom. So as you breathe and you bring that pause in between the breath, just notice this idea of space. You can always invite space in between every choice we make, everything that happens and our response to whatever happens. Using our breath, using our lungs to regulate our nervous system. Just notice that sense of space. All right, let's take our arms down, hands down. We'll roll the shoulders. And we'll take our arms, one hand to the opposite elbow, lift up above the head and open out. Inhale, bring the hands back to the elbows and let go, open them down. Elbows can come into the ribs. One more time, lifting up and letting go. Let's take hands behind the back, interlace the palms, maybe draw the wrists towards each other. Take a breath in. Let's sigh out and turn our chin to the shoulder. Inhale back to the middle. Sigh it out, turn the other way. One more time each side. And we'll meet back in the center. And let's come up to a standing position. Take a moment to just bring feet under hips, shoulders. You might like to lift the toes. Place them back down and just roll, exploring each corner of the foot. So today we're going to do maybe 6 or 7 forms for the metal element. And some of them you'll be familiar with from the Shebasher sequence or Batwan Jin or the Wudang animals. So some of these forms you've done before, but we're just doing the metal form from each of those overall sequences. So we'll get a sense for where metal form sits in the body and maybe a little bit on how to regulate our nervous system through our breath. You might remember that our lungs is the only one of our internal organs that we can regulate or we can control with our mind any time of the day. We can't really make our kidneys filter blood any better. We can't really affect our liver or our spleen's jobs to create energy and sort through toxins. We can't really speed up our heart. Maybe if we went for a jog, we'd speed up our heart, but we can't do it with our mind. But our lungs, at any time of the day, we can choose how we breathe. So in between each form, we're just going to take a minute or two in stillness, and I just invite you to come back to your box breath each time, trying to find that sense of space in between each breath, in between each thought, in between wherever your mind takes you. Okay, we'll start today with the wise owl looking backwards. We turn our palms in towards each other, fingers pointing in, palms towards the ground, and take a breath in. As we sigh out, open the chest and open the hands, roll them back around so our thumbs come all the way outside. We inhale to roll the hands back. Exhale, chest opens, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, pointing towards each other again. And then exhale, open out. So just find a rhythm with your breath. Inhaling forward, exhaling to open. So this is the wise owl looking backwards. So we're going to introduce turning to the side, just gently looking over the shoulder, breathing in. Exhale, chin comes to shoulder, look behind the body. Inhale, roll back forward. Exhale, turn to the other side. You just want to look off into the distance, no specific point. We're rolling the shoulders forward and back. As we come back in, wrap one palm over the other. Finding this dantian point, this center of gravity in the middle of our body. Let your shoulders be heavy, chest open. You might like to bring attention under your toes, under your feet. Maybe invite that tiny hint of a cheeky smile to the corners of your mouth. Wherever your mind is, just tell yourself, I am here, or this is my goal. Come back to the breath. Let's bring our arms down by the side of the body. Second form is a form from Shavasha. I'm sure you'll be very aware of this one. We've practiced it a lot. Keep the shoulders heavy the whole time. As you breathe in, lift the arms up and open them out. And then we draw the hands in and down. Just see if you can find that sense of opening the heart, opening to experience, and then letting go whatever we might be holding on to. How do we know what to let go of? Just whatever is present, without any judgment. Might not be serving us, we don't have to worry about that. We just let go of whatever we're holding on to. Just inviting ourselves into this idea of here and now. Is this moment right here, right now, worthy of my attention? So often our mind just rushes away thinking of all the things we could have, all the things we need. Is this moment worthy of my attention? You might start to bring the attention to the pause in between the breaths. We don't have to be in sync, just find your own rhythm. And let's bring our palms back to the belly. Maybe back to that space in between the breaths. Let's step one leg in front of the body, and rear leg is straight, toes turned in, front leg, knee is bent over the ankle. It's another one you should be very familiar with, the dove spreading its wings. Take a breath in, inhale, leaning back, and then we sigh out. Take a little flight. Opening the chest. Shoulders spreading and then drawing around. Shifting your weight forward and back, pressing into the feet. And we're looking here for stability through our adductors, our groin muscle, our thigh. So you might like to just feel them, legs like they're drawing in towards each other. And if you're having trouble accessing this, you might just lift up the inner arch of your foot just slightly. It helps switch on those muscles. Let's step the back leg forward. We'll switch to the other side. Plant the feet heavy into the ground. Inhale, open wide, and let go. So when our metal element is in balance, we appreciate small things. We notice a little more. It might be the bird flapping outside the window, or the shape of the cloud in the sky, the pat of a dog, whatever small things happen in our day, we notice more, we appreciate more. We have a little more courage, we feel a little more righteous. And when metal element is out of balance, we tend to feel sadness, grief, holding on to something that's past. It might be a person, it might be a job, a situation, a friendship, something that used to be present for our life that has now moved on. Let's step forward, wrap the hands around the belly again. Let your shoulders be heavy. You might take a moment now just to notice this flow of energy through our chest, through our heart, through our whole body. Immune system switching on. If you find your mind still busy, just bring attention back to the breath. Allow the practice to come to you one form at a time. Now we'll do the tiger from the Wudang animals. Let's draw energy in towards the heart and lungs. And then we're going to push out, turn the palms out, drop the weight in the back of the body. Inhale, lifting up again, press through the feet. And this time we push behind the body, tailbone comes down again. Inhale, drawing energy in. Exhale, pushing out. Keep rolling in your own rhythm. Take a break if you need to, anytime. Should be able to see your toes anytime you look down in this form. If your knees are obscuring your toes, just drop the weight back a little more. Take a break if you need. This is an energizing form. One more time. And we'll press back up. Wrap the arms over the belly. Just like before, this is my destination. Stillness can be a goal, not just a pause, not just a gap in between all the busyness and doing. Just like before, you might ask, is this moment worthy of my attention? Next form we'll do is from the Bhagwan Jin series, the 8 brocades. And we start in a horse stance, which basically just means we step out a little wider than hip width, drop our weight down so our tailbone is heavy, and you might just feel like you're riding a horse, something like that. This is called our Ma Bu. Ma is the Chinese word for horse. Bu is the word for stance. Let's cross our arms, fingers under the sternum, straighten the legs up, take a breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to drop the weight down, open a bow, look to the side, open the chest wide. We sigh out to draw the arms wide, cross the hands over, inhale, and then we switch to the other side. Draw the bow wide across the chest. Inhale. Draw energy in. And then exhale, sink down. Inhale. And exhale. Take a break if you need to. Otherwise, just keep going, finding that rhythm with the breath. Maybe a pause at each end of the breath. One more time each side. And we slowly come back up, step back, arrive back in our stillness. Let's bring our arms in front of the body, fingers turned in, thumb curled in a little. Fingers might be about 10 centimeters apart, and just let your shoulders and elbows be heavy. Just start to connect with your breath, belly expanding out, and letting go. All right, let's take a breath in together. As we sigh out, turn to the right-hand side. Follow the fingers with your eyes. Take a breath. Open the left arm across the chest. And then we sigh out to draw the hands back in towards each other. Weight in the heels. Breathing in. Exhale, twist to the left side. Inhale, open the arms wide. And sigh out. Keep moving from side to side. One more time each side. Arms come down. So you might find each time you come back to stillness, just a little more space. Between every stimulus and response, every action and reaction, there is a space. And in that space lies our power to choose our response. And in that choice is our freedom. All right, we'll just do one last form for our metal element today. And it's a balance form. It's from the Animal Frolics. So you might remember it maybe. And it has two parts. Let's just start, because we're doing a balance, let's just start bringing our arms by the side. Inhale as we lift our hands up. Exhale, turn the palms, sink down. And I just invite you to take your attention to one foot without lifting it. Shift your attention there, side out. And then take your attention to the other foot. And let it go. All right, the next time we bring our arms up, inhale, lifting up. As we take the hands down, we're going to take one foot just behind the body. Lift it up. Shift our weight onto one leg. Inhale to take the arms up again. And we sigh out. Foot comes down, hands come down. So take your time here. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, foot comes behind the body. Inhale, lifting up again. And exhale down. So you can keep all your attention on the standing leg. Knee will be slightly bent. Just like before, once you feel steady, you might like to invite some space in between the breaths. Second half of the crane frolic, we take our arms wide, light as a feather, sigh out, and then we lift one leg and take it back down. Next time, same leg, lifting up, arms or knuckles come together, and we sigh out. Shift to the other side, inhale, lifting up, and letting go. Shoulders stay heavy the whole time. Arms are light as a feather. Very welcome to use a chair or wall support here. Keep all the attention under that standing leg. One more time each side. Last time we bring our palms down. Noticing flow of chi, flow of energy. I call it our sense of aliveness throughout the body, from tips of fingers and toes right to the crown of our head. Every time we invite oxygen in, allow it to flow through the body, of course, travels to our brain, helping us have more clarity, make better decisions, prepare ourselves for whatever challenges come next. Let's bring our palms together, just create some heat. We're going to finish our practice today just the same way that we do when we start. Bring the palms down by the side. Take a breath in, this time light as a feather, lift up, and then let go, sinking down. Lifting up. And let it go. Everything heavy. One more time, light as a feather. And sinking down. Let's bring our palms together. Just take a moment in gratitude for coming to the mat and, of course, sharing energy of your practice with everyone in the group today. Let's bow to each other.